I'm really interested in the beauty of mundane, everyday existence. And even more than beauty, like something larger than ourselves. I'll just sneak in a quick fence photo. There's like something nice about the way the light, even though I tend to mess around with the light, the way the light hits the leaves and it moves and it feels like sparkly almost. When I'm walking, when I'm going to and from anywhere, I'm always on the lookout, almost like collecting these images. Of course, I love all the signs. I don't know exactly what it is, but a dead-end sign. These little signs with the little dots on them. And then there's all this ivy, and it's in this perfect line. It's coming down and it's covering this sign. But then there's this harsh edge, and then there's sky. Stopping for a minute and just like taking in all the little things about it is just remarkable. I have so many photos. Sometimes I'll just sit there and spend a lot of time going through like all the photos from like years and just finding the things that, you know, speak to me now. And then other times it's like in that moment, I'm like, okay, let me work on this. It's just playing around with what's there and messing around with it, deleting stuff that I don't like and keeping the stuff that I do. I like starting with realism and being able to break that down a little bit in the painting, having a reference to a real space, but then also letting it morph. And I'll spend a lot of time just going back and forth and making sure that I've got everything in the right spot. At this point, the big things are all kind of where they should be, kind of mapped out, and now it's kind of a matter of fine-tuning and doing lots of small detail work. As it gets more refined and more figured out, then I'll pay a little more attention to the tone, and if something needs to be a little lighter or darker, I could change it. A lot happens quickly at the beginning, like it all gets laid out, it looks like boom, 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 moving really fast. And then kind of around the middle, things just slow down, and then they slow down a lot more. Kind of continuing to work with everything in the reference image that's more in the black and white kind of color palette, mapping out how light and dark all these dark gray areas are, and going into some detail, you know, being able to do some extreme detail and then kind of go back and forth and some looser stuff and just have a nice rhythm. I have to find ways to be 100% genuinely excited and engaged with the work and to have it feel right and feel like it's me. I think the darkness kind of enhances the other parts that I'm going to be adding to it, the more mystical elements, the more colorful parts, and I like the moodiness that it has. the beginning and end, I'm very present with the painting. And then in the middle, I kind of let myself just let it happen. There's something really nice about when you are in a zone where your hands can just keep busy. It's just like a nice space to be in. It's an enjoyable space for me to be in. I can't remember if I showed you this post-it before, which you can't read anymore. But it says slow and steady. That's it. Like, that's just how I try to remind myself that that's the best mentality to have while I'm working. When you think you're not paying that much attention, there's still wheels turning and things happening in all of those different states. They're all kind of a part of the creative process. I'm trying to have a sustainable and enjoyable art practice, something that I can keep doing. So doing things that are joyful, at least sometimes, and that I'm really genuinely interested in so that I have the energy to make the things. Getting to kind of dive into this area and add this color, this bright green. I'm like still getting used to how it looks on the canvas because it's new and it's fresh, but I really like it. It's so close, but it's also still going to change so much. I really love the idea of there being some part of it that like I don't know how I'm gonna do until I kind of mess around a little bit. Originally, I was planning to do like a translucent layer of pink on top of this area. Now I'm kind of thinking I might just kind of draw out a rectangle and paint it on opaque, and then paint repaint completely over these details that are within the square to match that pink, instead of doing the translucent just over the gray, because I think I'll like how that looks more. It's those parts of the painting and the parts that I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do, that really get me excited to make the painting and to like go carry through to the end of the painting. Enjoying the process, enjoying the imagery, enjoying the feelings that are coming from it. That's what I'm after while I'm working on it, creating this work, and hopefully that comes through, you know, hopefully people can see that and feel that. I like the idea of these places reminding the viewer of places that they know, and then, you know, kind of like wondering what's happening, and maybe they have a memory or something that they can bring to the painting, or maybe it just creates a sense of wonder in that moment of looking at the painting. It's important to show the beauty of our world and to feel the beauty of our world and how important all of the little things are.